Welcome back to the been delayed a week Modcast, episode 14.
Episode 14.
I'm Gabe Anderson,
I'm Jake Overall.
and we're here to talk about modifying stuff and your shitty day at work that I needed to hear more of, about laying underneath some gross shit.
Yep, so I spent my day scraping FIPG off of a 2GR FE V6 out of a Toyota Sienna.
That's basically like the non-anaerobic sealer, like RTV,
Yep.
just Toyota's version, right?
Yeah, it's FIPG 103. All of their anaerobic sealers are labeled different number codes, but they're all called FIPG, so there's there's one for transaxles, there's one for like regular engine oil, there's one for coolant. So
Okay. Are they different color code as well, or is it all same color, just literally just a number?
So the coolant and the oil are both black,
Okay.
and
Oil-resistant.
transaxles and differentials
Cool.
is red.
Okay.
So
Fun fact.
yeah,
The more you know.
interesting, weird Toyota stuff.
Yeah. We had some fun stuff go on this weekend, though, around here in the New England area. To anybody that doesn't live around here, we had this year's first Seacoast Cars and Coffee,
Yep,
which was,
huge.
as usual, a massive turnout with a bunch of really cool cars. I was a ditz, showed up late and without the camera, so
The only photos we have and/or videos of anything is off of my cell phone,
so a little pat on the back for Jake there.
which was also dying, by the way, so I didn't get as much as I wanted.
Hey,
We did a really good job.
first time.
But yeah, we had Cars and Coffee this weekend. There was the import face-off
Yes.
over at the New England Dragway.
IFO. I was also had to adult the rest of the day after the event, so I didn't go to IFO.
I went and got my ears blown apart by a bunch of Mazdas and Subarus, though. Some
Yeah.
Jettas, too.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a few...
Any-
a few cool things there, though.
Okay.
I will give them that. Basically, I didn't spend a lot of time there because, honestly, watching a bunch of Hondas drag race each other is kind of boring.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's not like, if it was like fast import stuff, sure.
yeah.
Like, like the stuff you see racing out west. When
Sure.
I say fast stuff, but
Well, there was one car there that was fast.
oh,
It
okay.
was the fastest car there, allegedly, by current standing times that they've had in a quarter mile.
Okay.
And it was a Toyota product with a Toyota engine.
Was it a 2J?
No, it was better.
Oh.
There's, believe it or not, better Toyota engines than the 2JZ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I'd go so far as to say that the Supra probably should have come with the one that I am specifically thinking about instead of the 2JZ.
Okay, being.
The 3S GTE.
Tell us about it, because I'm not sure if I'm familiar.
MR2 turbo.
The like round body ones, like early
So-
90s.
Yeah, early 90s, kind of a wedge-shaped car, not nearly as pronounced as the 80s.
Mm.
But yeah, I'll pull up one. But I think 92 would work.
I think so. We had a buddy in college that we referred to as MR2 Mike because guess what? He drove an MR2.
Very
Yeah.
creative.
That was that car was on Megasquirt though. It was the build your own ECU.
Okay.
ECU.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, it was a fun little car. Yeah, exactly that one. His was the bright blue one.
The bright blue one. That's really cool.
Yes.
So,
My personal favorite generation of the MR2.
same.
Yeah.
The motor-
everybody's personal
Yeah.
favorite
The motor that
generation.
came in this car is the 3S GTE.
Okay.
So the 3S GTE is a 2-liter dual overhead cam turbo 4-cylinder that from factory came with around 275 horsepower.
Okay.
5-speed manual, and these engines are definitely capable of 1,000 horsepower.
Interesting.
So everyone out there who is like, oh yeah, 2JZ, that's an easy 1,000 horsepower because it's been proven. It's been done over and over again. But the thing about the 2JZ is it has an iron block. It's a 6-cylinder and it's iron.
Right.
The 3S is aluminum
Way lighter.
and it's a 4-cylinder, so way shorter.
Okay. So what you're saying is the Supra should have come with this engine so it wasn't so fucking long in the nose?
Well, you can leave it. Yeah, I mean, basically, yes, that's what I'm saying. But if you left it long in the nose and you put the 3S in that car, it actually makes it a 50-50 weight distribution, like a Miata, but it's the size of a Supra. So,
okay,
theoretically, if you're using it for pretty much any other form of racing besides drag racing, it would be a net benefit to get rid of the 2JZ.
because it's lighter, equal power, with better power to weight ratio, actually, at that point in time.
Yep. And similar power numbers to what, you would see in a lot of spec racing.
Okay.
So the Castrol Supra actually was a 3S
The one
build.
we're talking right here?
So this is the Celica.
Okay.
This is,
I'll get it down. Oh, hey, look, it says Celica right on it, dumbass.
it does, and it's Marlboro.
You win some, you lose some.
Marlboro Repsol. I'll pull it up. Castrol sponsored the car. I believe also Aisin was or maybe not Aisin. Denso.
Okay.
It was, if I could type, this car.
Oh, I know exactly that car you're talking about now.
Yeah. So
Okay.
This is a 4-cylinder.
Interesting.
Yep. So
And it was fast as fuck.
It was very.
I guess
fast
the
as
car,
fuck.
now that I'm looking at it, isn't actually that long in the nose. I don't know why I was picturing it being like fucking Viper-esque.
It kind of is though. Like without the wing to take up all that body line, if you walk up to one of these things, the nose
is.
looks long.
That's true. Okay.
Like you're sitting over the rear axle. I mean, it feels.
It is two-door coupe.
Yeah, it'd be more like a Corvette than it would be like a Camaro.
Okay, I dig that comparison.
You see what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that makes sense.
so
Long and low.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, 4-cylinder should have come in that. Fastest car of the day, I believe. I didn't verify, so probably talking out of my ass. But
Fuck it.
from what
Fastest Toyota.
from what it sounded like, which it did not sound like a K series, a B series, nothing Honda.
Okay.
It sounded like a 3S GTE, and it was indeed a Toyota. That much is very clear. So there it is.
GTS twin cam.
Yep.
There you go. Holy fucking wheelie bar, Batman.
It ran it was one of its slower passes. It ran a 7.9.
Okay, so it's not slow.
It's not slow. A lot of Australians build stuff like this pretty often.
That's not a wheelie bar. That's a pusher for their golf
yeah,
cart. Okay. So
pusher.
you know it's fast when it gets pushed to the line.
Yeah, and it's got a parachute. So
Yeah. Okay.
it.
Did you see it truck shoots?
I did.
Nice.
Yep. It was a 7.9 pass. Usually it's in a lower 7,
Okay.
but for 4 cylinders, pretty good.
For Toyota, pretty good. I mean, you don't see people playing with them that often, so it's cool to see somebody not only playing with one but making it fast. Not that people don't. I mean,
Well,
there's
not
the
in this
2J
country.
guys and everybody. Exactly. Yeah.
Not in this country.
At least not as big in this country. I mean, obviously there are people that modify Toyotas. So I'm not saying there aren't.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Woohoo. Not the hot rod. These guys,
yeah.
they do a lot with it. They're building an engine for Ryan Turk, actually.
Ooh. Okay. So he's gonna have some real fast then.
Yeah, these guys don't really build anything slow. Oh, that's not there. Let's see if
Cool.
they have any pictures or anything. They have a YouTube channel and an Instagram that they do a lot of stuff with. So maybe
PSI
that's...
Racing.
Yep. Let's check Instagram. See if that'll work for us. It should. It usually does. But yeah, these guys. I mean, they usually build like starlets with like 1,000 horsepower.
Okay.
So just like tiny little.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Those tiny little imports that are just
And then put big tubbed rear ends in them with big tires.
and go real fast.
Go dumb fast.
Yeah, right
like
there.
that.
Yeah, one of those. Yep.
Yep, just like that. So
Oh, that's great.
this is... can't look at it.
Of
Okay.
course.
This is typical of what they do. So
Okay.
it's...
PSI
they're
Racing.
not huge,
Check it
but
out.
it's kind of
They should be.
a niche deal.
Toyota import street drag cars. Yep.
It's a... I won't say completely
Hey.
untapped market, but there's a lot.
Hashtag 3S the world.
Mhm.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. That's what they specialize in, but that's what it sounded like to me.
Okay.
So I'd like to look at this car a little more and figure out.
I'd like to know more about it if
What it
anybody
really
knows who
is.
it actually is. Yeah.
But yeah.
Are there any anything on the car that'll give it away as to who it might be?
If I could zoom in, I think it's MPH's. So
Okay.
maybe MPH. I don't know. Drag car?
Yeah, or MPH drag racing, something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, 330 mile an hour for a top fuel car, Jake. That's a perfect answer to what we're looking for. What Toyota is this?
Perfect.
330 mile an hour? Fuck you.
Yep. I mean, MPH drag team?
Yeah. Oh.
Not sure.
Well,
We'll get back to it.
regardless, doesn't matter. We'll figure it out, and we'll
as-
probably rave about the car later, because I do want to know more about it now.
Yeah, but I had to just...
GTS twin cam.
Because...
Are these all in the Motorola as well? Or is this camera when you're taking pictures?
This was on the Motorola.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I zoomed right in, and I was like, wow, that's really clear. Damn. So you gotta see, too. Like, I was walking in, and like where the grandstands are at New England Dragway.
Yeah.
So I was kind of standing there by the bathroom, and I turned, and I could just see it kind of going around the bend for the staging area for all the next cars.
And
I just saw
line, yeah, I know what you mean. You're like,
I just saw that on the side, and I literally almost ran over there.
The first thing you're just standing there like, please don't be K-swap, please don't be K-swap.
Yeah, exactly. And when I heard it run its pass, I was like, that sounds like a 3S.
Okay.
I respect the shit out of that, because
I'd be curious to see if these guys have anything to do with PSI racing.
they probably, I mean,
If it's actually a 3S car,
them, and there's one other performance shop in Texas that really goes after it with those engines. It's escaping me right now, but yeah, it's very niche in this country.
It doesn't surprise me, though, that there's people that do it, because, the MR2 is a really cool car to modify as well, so...
I think maybe this is its pass. It might be its burnout.
So the 3S just has its own distinct exhaust note.
It's just...
Is it a note that you have to, train to hear, or you can just tell?
I probably trained, because I've watched hours and hours of these things.
Fair enough.
On here.
I know.
So,
it's almost like when you hear Cummins go past.
Exactly.
Or 6-liter or
Yeah.
something. You know that's what it is.
yeah, you absolutely know that's what it is.
Hey, there it is.
It's probably still not going to load, because this computer is ass.
Yeah.
But
hopefully that'll be fixed
pretty soon here.
at some point in time, at least.
But yeah, that made me excited. Oh, it's
Hey.
working. Really poor quality working, and not really working. So,
I am sorry in advance. I totally just flicked the shit out of that.
whatever. The one thing I did see, there was a Mazda that ran.
Rotary? Brap, 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 brap.
It was Mazda 3. Anyway,
That was some antiquated fucking nonsense.
as I was saying, it's already synced.
I don't give a fuck,
He
bro.
just wants to do the snappy thing.
Dude, it's the phone case. Look, it's so good at protecting my phone that it's broken. Anywho. What the fuck? Oh, fucking A.
There was a Mazda.
Mazda. Brap brap Mazda?
No.
Okay.
Not a Brat Mazda.
What kind of Mazda?
It was a Mazda 3.
Oh, actually, that was a newer one?
Yeah, like a
Speed 3 or like
the
a 3
second
3?
gen, like the second gen Speed 3, like
Rowdy. The
Yeah.
big smiley face looking ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things are great. Mazdas, see, you know why I like Mazdas? Because they're always fucking happy. You ever
Yeah.
looked at a Mazda that
It's just
didn't look
smiling
happy,
all the
or at
time.
least angry happy? Like in a demonic way?
yeah. You want to know something else? Pretty sure it was K swapped.
Oh, god damn it.
Pissed me off. I was like, really? Are you serious right now?
At least put an EcoBoost in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Honda boys are...
Whatever.
I'm not saying Ks are bad.
I don't
Not
care.
saying Ks are
They're
bad.
not bad.
Nope,
They're
nope.
overdone. That's what I'm saying. There was, however.
This is the
speaking
LS
of-
guy talking, though. So...
Yeah, well. Speaking of EcoBoost, there was a pretty rowdy ST that put a pretty professional time down. Not professional, but impressive.
Impressive. Professionalism.
Crossing words. Professionalisms.
Something like that.
Yeah, respectable time, though. I think it was like I think it was around a 10, 9.5 stick shift car. Like
Really? Fuck yeah.
I think
For a
it was
front-wheel
around
drive
a
stick
10.
shift?
Yeah, he was hauling ass.
Good shit.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I respect the hell out of it. My car has been dusted by quite a few STs.
And it was loud. Like,
yeah.
when he was shifting, it was like, pow! boom, like it sounded like a gunshot.
Made to go goddamn fast.
And there's giant fireballs coming out the back. I was like, man, I wish it was nighttime because that'd make a sick fucking
Video.
picture.
Just bang, bang, bang.
Popping down the thing. It may have been more than, it might have been a 10.5, not a 9.5. But regardless.
Yeah.
Front wheel drive car. It's not an RS. It was an ST. So
Okay.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah, anybody that can make front wheel drive scoot, I'm into it. We all know our opinions on the Kona ends and stuff.
Yeah. Right. So
or any Hyundai ends, I should say.
Send it.
By the way, I think I showed you a picture of it, but the brand new Type S Acura.
Yeah.
Gorgeous car, way too expensive.
It's the Integra, right?
Integra Type S, yeah, the brand new one, 2023 wide body car. And
factory wide body.
Factory wide body. Let me tell you what, that thing is quite nice.
One of these bad boys?
Yes.
51,995. Holy
yes,
fuck.
That's the problem.
What the hell?
This is a stick shift only car, which
cool.
Big fans of.
Yeah.
Big fans. It's front wheel drive, which, it is an Acura, it is the Integra. So I'm not saying it's out of place being front wheel drive. I think it's out of place being that price in all wheel drive.
It's a Civic Type R without a wing.
Yeah, and quite frankly, you can get a Civic Type R for what are they, $8,000 less than that?
So what?
And it looks better.
What does this have that the Type R doesn't then?
I don't know much about this car. I mean, I think it's been released for 3 days at this point in time. I haven't done much looking into it.
It looks good. I mean,
it's stunning. That's really the big thing I want to bring up. Is I will say one thing they did. Look at who they're copying.
Yeah, and it's a Type R. I mean,
yeah,
that's fine. I mean, that's cool. If you like.
But I mean, look, even it's
they did it for us.
It's like, hey, check it out.
It's very similar.
I'm a
painfully similar, actually.
Massive fan of the new Type R. I think we've discussed it, but I'll say it again. I think it's the best looking Type R they've made to date.
Pretty sure that's the same hood.
It's at least the same styling. That's for damn sure.
Look at that.
But the Type R, I don't believe, is wide body. So it does have that. Actually, do that. There you go. They got the blue one and the two blue ones next to each other.
These bad boys?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So non-wide body, wide body.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'd still get a pretty good stance on it, though, even being wide body.
I am a huge fan of both of these cars.
Oh, yeah.
To be quite frank.
I mean, like we said, if you can make front-wheel drive rip,
why not?
Freaking do it.
Yeah, and one thing Honda has absolutely proven time and time and time and time again is that front-wheel drives can rip.
Oh, totally. Their steering system is badass.
And I know that's, not a hot take by any stance. Hondas are fast.
No shit.
But I mean, it's the truth, though. I mean, they're fucking great.
Well,
they are great cars.
That's not to beat a dead horse, but that's kind of my approach. Like, mine's still front-wheel drive.
Fuck you, TC. You fucking bitch.
You got a problem with TC?
I mean, no, actually. I am a fan of well, I got a problem with the metal in your oil, but besides...
It's on the break-in, dude. It's not that bad. It's not like chunks of metal. It's just a sheen.
All right.
That was,
I had to put something in there. God, I was pinned to the corner.
Like, you're not wrong. It's probably fucked. But it's not completely fucked yet,
So keep ripping it.
Yeah. And, change the oil often, and then... We
got to actually rip our two cars post-supercharging yours for the first time. And I will say, eyeball dyno between the two cars,
it's
yours
at least close.
It's close. I would say
hanging around.
Supposedly, now mind you, these dyno sheets are a decade old.
Sure.
So who knows what the actual number is. But at one point in time, my car was 250 wheel, right? So assuming it's still 250 wheel, yours has got to be 220 probably with the supercharger.
That's what I'm thinking.
Which is pretty damn awesome, which also makes me scared because I know you have all the parts to make yours way faster, which means mine needs to start being made faster, or else I'm going to be left in the dust.
Speaking of parts to make it way faster,
okay,
it's not a done deal, but I have an opportunity that may work out.
Being?
A Matrix XR.
Really?
4-wheel drive.
Stick?
Not a stick.
Okay,
but I don't believe it's a stick. I don't know, actually. I didn't look.
Who cares? We need
because
to rear
all I
different
did
shit.
was crawl into the back.
Yeah, the second you saw it was all the shit in the back you needed, you're like... How much?
So it's an auction item.
Okay.
Now,
like through work auction item. Okay.
Potential. I don't know if they'll take my bid because it is up for dealer auction.
Okay.
However, if I get it, the rear subframe of that car and its differential, potentially, and probably the traction control module,
okay,
if I had to guess, will also be needed because it's got a... So the thing about the... Side tangent. The thing about the all-wheel drive on the Matrix is it's part-time. It's not all the time.
Okay.
So the rear diff would be changed at some point later so I can have full-time with some clutching in it, like on the old Celica GT4. This one has a coupler, a magnetic coupler that turns it on and off.
Okay. That makes sense.
Basically,
almost like
up to 25 miles an hour, you have all-wheel drive, and then it shuts off, and you're front-wheel drive. And
really?
It's for economy purposes.
What a surprise.
Yeah, so whatever.
I mean, it's a cool idea. It's the concept. I'm sure it works,
just
honestly.
To get all-wheel drive in the car, at least for a little bit, that could be used.
Start with that and then switch to a full-time.
And go
so it's actually, yeah. You know, speaking of rear diffs, man, I got something to tangent on real quick.
Uh-oh.
So... we finally just got the lowering springs in my wife's car.
Looks sick.
It looks fucking sick. It really does, and I'm not going to lie about that one bit. We are still very excited to own this car, except for this fun little thing we just learned about it. I'd be lying to you if I said I haven't been listening to this whine for a while. In my defense, it sounded like a fucking wheel bearing.
Right.
So I just assumed it was a wheel bearing. When it finally got to the point where I was like, yeah, I probably should change my wheel bearing. Change the wheel bearing. Noise got quieter, and now we took the bearing off, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it had slop in it. It was bad.
Sure.
The noise didn't go away.
Not entirely?
No, it kind of was the rear differential, and it's kind of fucked.
Nice.
Now...
Is this a common problem?
We have learned that it's at least a problem that I've seen. I actually did a little forum digging last night on it, and it's something that, happens a lot. Apparently, at least enough that it's been mentioned multiple times.
Right.
In the CX-5 and actually the CX-9 shares the rear differential.
Okay.
That I found out.
Right.
And basically, the outboard case bearing, in our case on the passenger side, is so bad that you can, and you saw it when we put it on the lift for the alignment, you can grab it and move it up and down an inch and a half. So bad that it's moving the whole differential in the center of it, to the point of where it's moving the driver's side output axle up and down a little bit.
Oh my god. So it is literally shaking itself apart.
Fucking destroyed. Woo. Yeah. Now, should I have been driving it like that? Should I have checked it sooner?
Probably.
Yes.
However, it's a
same time
issue.
At the same time, why the fuck would I have expected my 2018 Mazda to have the rear differential just decide to stop working?
And
apparently this is such a common issue that they recommend that you change the fluid in it every 30,000 miles.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should go into detail about that, but if you look up other crossovers, there's
of a certain brand.
There's another thing, and I won't say what, that requires a 30,000 mile fluid change.
And is it actually...
Because of reliability.
Okay. Is this with a certain brand that happens to look like one we like?
It's a car that's out there. But yeah.
Why are you so... We'll talk about that later.
It's stuff that I can't, just say, because there are certain
I see
requirements
what you mean.
Around...
Okay, that's fair.
Certain things. But anyway,
so
that is not an uncommon solution, is what I'm getting at.
Yes.
For given issues like that, which kind of bugs me a little bit in this world, because you're going to change your fluid. That's great. But the wear down is still happening, which I know because you're telling me to change the fluid to get the metal out of it.
Exactly. It's
a problem with the part, not the amount of times you put fluid in it.
Apparently, so the apparent issue, or at least according to one of the people that I saw on the forum for the Mazda, is it has a bad air breather. It's too low. So basically water gets in,
Right.
fucking destroys the oil that's in there. And then you kill your bearings because you're getting water instead of oil.
So is there like a TSB that lengthens that?
Oh, there's a TSB out to the Mazda dealers that says the rear diff goes, but that's about it. Everything back ordered.
They're still working on a solution, or are they just changing the diffs at this point?
I'm assuming they're changing the diffs because every case bearing is back ordered and every full complete differential is back ordered.
So they're just trying to fix them.
Yeah.
Period.
The
like they
only
just get them back on the road.
Only option that I really have right now at this point in time is buying a used one off eBay for like $1,600.
Whoa. Yeah, that's the scarcity problem too. It's like it's not even you're getting quality with it.
I'm just getting another one that's guaranteed to fail.
Right.
Because the other one's failing.
Right.
Now, we put a fuck ton of miles on our car. An absolute fuck ton. We've had it for like 2 years and we're probably close to 50 or 60,000 miles on the car.
Yeah.
We do put a ton of miles on it.
Right.
It's got 129,000 miles on it, I think, right now.
Okay.
But like that's still too early for a differential to fail, especially to the degree that this one has failed to,
right.
in my opinion.
So based on like their estimation, that's 4 fluid changes.
Yes. And I can promise you that hasn't happened because I've owned the car for at least what would have been 2 of those fluid changes.
Right.
And I didn't fucking do it.
And it went.
Yeah. So, you know, kind of one of those like high and then low moments. Like, yeah, put these awesome fucking springs in. Fuck, I need a $1,500 part.
Yeah.
So I started to look into the idea of, it's obviously an issue.
Right.
So I want to figure out a way to take the rear differential out of a late 90s, early 2000s Ford Explorer, which is the 8.8.
Right.
Which is a absolute bulletproof rear end. It is great. It's the, not predecessor. It's after like the 9-inch.
Right.
Which is like a god rear end. I mean,
sure.
Fucking anybody. Patrick actually just ordered a fab 9-inch for his S10. She found out that the one axle tube is bent so bad that it stuffs the tire into the side of his leaf spring.
Can't run big fat tires if they're just stuck into your suspension.
Because it doesn't move.
Defeats the purpose.
He's like, yeah, if I try really hard, I can fit a piece of paper in between the sidewall and the spring.
That's,
not enough clearance.
Not enough.
Especially considering the fact he can almost put his fist at the back of the wheel. It's bent.
I think it's off just a hair.
Yeah, just a touch. And we all know it's only on one side. You know, he bought it as somebody shortened the axle at home.
Right.
Did a good job on one side. No, not so much on the other side.
Not so good. But this one will be done right.
Exactly. But so take that rear differential, and I figure if you take it out, like if I have to replace the fucking rear diff that's in the car.
Yeah.
I make a payment on it, and quite frankly, I want to drive it because it looks good and it drives nice, and it's got like leather and shit, and I don't know, I like driving around.
It's comfortable.
Oh, and the Subaru doesn't have working AC. You know what it does? The Mazda. So that shit's getting fixed. But yeah, I don't know. I'd maybe try and put like an 8.8 or some other type of rear differential. I mean, the
8.8 in that Explorer is independent rear, right?
Yes, that's the whole reason for using that particular one. I forgot to explain that. Is because it specifically is an independent rear suspension.
Yeah.
Now, what would probably included with that would have to be a longer drive shaft, because I'm pretty sure the Mazda uses the same clutch back style design, because it doesn't just look like a little pumpkin in the back.
Sure, yeah.
There's some weird big clutch pack looking thing on the front of it.
Well, that makes me wonder then if it's going to cause any issues.
That was kind of my worry, but I kind of don't give a fuck as long as it'll fucking plug it into the computer and it'll pass inspection.
Well, yeah. But my one concern with that is that it's going to shut off all the ABS because it's all the same system, if it's anything like ours.
I will be honest, from the little bit I read, see, it looks like a clutch pack on the front, which is why I'm calling it that, but the little tiny bits and details I was able to read, it might just be like stupid. Just like there is really nothing to it. It's just like a speed sensor.
It may have mechanical clutches in there too that
it might
like a plug-in thing.
It might be like a viscous coupler that's like up to a certain mile an hour, like RPM differential, or it could be a bunch of different things, I guess.
So the new GR Corolla actually has a electronically controlled version of that. It's a
Okay.
bunch of clutches, and then it activates which ones are engaged to get your 50-50, 70-30, 60-40
Okay.
splits.
So it's basically an electronically engaged slip clutch.
Right. Instead of just one, though, it's like 5 or 7 discs.
For the different... Okay.
And they can choose which ones do it.
Oh,
and which
okay.
ones
So
don't.
basically, like, more engaged is, like, leaning one way, and less engaged is leaning the other way type of thing. Okay,
Exactly.
that's fair. Sweet.
Yeah, so that's... Hopefully there's a good solution for the Mazda, though, because
I hope so.
you lowered it, and then it's like, oh, hey, by the way...
Say, car's fucked.
Clunk.
So, it's one of those things, like, thanks, Mazda, for building a really cool car, but boo, Mazda, for building
Yeah.
a really bad rear differential.
Why'd you have to build such a crappy diff?
Yeah. I did some, we did some sled stuff. You want to do some vintage sled stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to send you back to the email first so we can pull up this picture. Now, a couple weeks ago, we went into Maine and picked up a pair of Skidoo TNTs, a 74 and a 75. I say we. Grayson did, my younger brother. He ended up trading his 75 chassis and the 74 hood for a 1975 Suzuki Fury,
Okay.
which is this gorgeous sled right here. Now,
Which color? The orange or
orange is aftermarket. This weird, like, tannish color with the orange stripe. Any one of them.
any one of them?
Yes, sir.
Let's do that one.
So, you can't really tell in the pictures here, but these sleds are actually, like, all of the brownish color you see is just heavy encrusted metal flake.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so this is actually a big metal flake sled.
This is like Rust Belt to the max.
Yes. Now, let me tell you something awesome about these sleds. Similar to the production of the Whippet, this is an Articat.
Were they all just Articats?
It fucking seems like it. The more you learn, there's a little tag. So
I guess if it ain't a cat, it's a dog is kind of a real thing. I mean, what?
fucking seriously. So on the back of the tunnel there, you can see it says 440 Fury, right? That's
Yeah.
the model. This is a Suzuki Fury.
Okay.
So these things have a couple of cool things. Suzuki Free Air,
Okay.
factory twin pipe sled,
Like a Merc.
like a Merc. This is a fiberglass belly pan, fiberglass hood, aluminum tunnel. The only steel part of this sled is the bulkhead. So,
Awesome.
yes.
Dude.
Yeah, this is
This thing can't weigh anything.
Oh, it doesn't. It's a fucking... It's certified ripper, my dude.
This is like better than the Drifter.
It is. It is. It's kind of like what the Drifter was supposed to be.
Yeah.
But, like, but Suzuki did it right.
What's it got for an engine again?
440 Free Air
440.
Suzuki.
Free Air Suzuki.
Yes, sir.
So not a fan.
Not a fan. This is... So, in the 70s, your bona fide muscle sleds were the Free Air twin pipes.
Yeah, of course, because they're light. They don't have the liquid system. They got great cooling because they're small engines with big fins, and you've got twin pipes, so they're tuned ideally.
Exactly. It's
And-
per cylinder.
Yeah.
These sleds are pretty valuable, actually, when you find them. Now, I will say, the one we got, we traded a no-engine tunnel for a no-engine tunnel. Mm-hmm. But we did get the original pipes and can.
Perfect. So
We just need to make an engine appear.
Right.
My thought, too, is it is a 440, so there's a chance we might be able to put those pipes on a similar CC-sized engine. Maybe.
What size is that other Merc engine?
The Trail Twister?
Yeah.
They're all the Mercs are 440s.
440.
Or at least all the ones we have are 440s.
Because didn't you get an extra one with that pile of stuff?
No, we got an extra Skidoo 400 Free Air.
400 Free Air. Gotcha. Okay.
Which
I got that
actually,
confused.
not going to lie, would be kind of rowdy in this.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's still
I'm just curious. I wonder what
in the
pipes would
ballpark,
do.
you know?
Yeah. So, Grayson has been liking to gloat a lot
Oh, I believe it.
in my face aggressively because I adore the Fury. I was the one that told him about the Fury, and the fucker went and found one. Poor bastard.
Nice job, Grace.
Yes, yeah.
Proud of you.
I can't even be mad at him for that.
You can give him shit. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I approve.
Yeah, and he got a cool sled. And you know what? We have one on the property now, which this is another one of those sleds that like you always were looking for, but you can't really find them.
Gotcha.
There's another one for sale in Erie right now. The guy's got a bunch of extra parts with it, and he wants $1,500 for it. So
Okay.
now, mind you, that's nice condition.
Yeah.
Comes with an extra nice original seat.
Oh, nice.
Extra nice tank. Like, good parts.
Yeah.
But I mean,
definitely.
like, realistically, he probably traded like a $300-$400 chassis for probably like a, $300-$400 chassis. Yeah.
I don't blame him. I mean, he got rid of a skidoo, which
Yes.
is always a step in the right
Always
direction.
a plus.
Unless it's got a rotary valve
Ski don't.
engine in it.
Yes. Then we
don't. Yeah.
we appreciate these.
We like the rotary valves, but
Yeah. You pull up the little original ad that's over there. Yeah.
bam.
So I will say one of the very popular things a lot of people did, unfortunately this did happen to the hood on this one, which is very sad, is it's kind of actually hard to tell in this picture, but you see if you're looking at the headlight, there's like 2 lines across it.
Yeah.
So for some reason, Suzuki put that little grill on there, right? But it's only those 2 little grill bars, but they go across the whole span of the hood, right?
Yeah.
People cut them off all the time.
Of course they did.
And of course that happened to this one.
Yeah.
So not 100% original and stuff like that, but we're not going for original. He's going for fun, and we want to race the fucking
it's gonna
thing.
be raced, so
Yeah.
can't really feel bad for it.
No, and you know what?
know?
That's a big thing. Is it was sitting out in the woods behind a guy's house.
Yeah. So
Like
we're
we're gonna turn it back into
used.
something.
Right.
Oh, here's a fun fact. This is a cleated sled.
Really?
Yes. So into the mid 70s, they were still running cleats. From what I can tell, so I'm not 100% sure, but just kind of looking at it and looking at a couple of key details, stuff like the rear bumper, the rear taillight, and honestly, the shape of the hood, to be completely honest, tells me that this, it doesn't want to say tells me. My guess is it's like a 74 Articat chassis, 73, 74 chassis that was then, the overstock was sold to Suzuki.
And they were like, let's make some snowmobiles real quick and make some cash.
Right in the middle at the bottom on, that one. So those 2 little grill lines across the top there, of course it won't.
Yeah. Come on.
There you go.
There it is.
So those 2 little grills
These
get
bad
cut
boys.
off all the time,
Yep.
which I think they actually look pretty cool on there,
Yeah.
not going to lie.
Why? Oh, man. Oh, well. It's not a huge deal, though, for sure.
Yeah.
But development of the race team is in full steam.
Yes, full steam ahead. We have first parts have landed for my sled and Gavin's sled, the Trail Twister.
What'd you get?
So I went back to a brand that I have purchased from before for 2 big reasons. One, honestly, they're the cheapest parts for what I was looking for, and they're nice parts. That is RSI, or the Race Shop.
The Race Shop.
Yes, sir.
Is that
That is the handlebars and the grips.
handlebars and the grips? So not that.
Off the left.
Off there, yeah.
That one.
That's right. Handlebars.
Yes. So
Molly Race handlebar.
So I've seen these, a lot of people, or at least where I purchased them from, I didn't actually buy them off the website. They were called the Race Bend.
Yeah.
So basically, you have a full 90 on your left, and you have a 45 on your right, which is what I'm going for. The majority of the racing we do, because we're snow racers currently. The goal is eventually transition to ice. But to start out on snow, we wanted something where we can still lean pretty hard off the sleds.
Right, yeah.
I like to be very aggressive on my sleds. I'm off as far as I can possibly get to get as much traction through the corners. So I didn't really want, not that there's anything wrong with the adding a 90 hook to a set of bars, because they're in there tight. But it's a lot tighter if it's just part of the bar.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's not going to be a fail point.
Exactly.
That's not even potentially a fail point, really, unless you smash it off of something and break it. Mm-hmm. But, then just cut it off and stick one in it.
Exactly. Call it good. Say, fuck it. If I bend it, just fuck it. We'll make it work.
Be fine.
Throw a couple of tape mods on it. Call
I
it good.
definitely agree. I have some sleds that have hooks in them. Haven't had them pull out on me
Have you had
yet.
them twist at all?
No.
Okay.
Mine haven't twisted. They were plastic too, but at the same time though, I'm trail riding stuff. I'm not racing.
Going as hard as you can and really pulling on stuff.
I'm kind of cruising, maybe a spirited rip through a good section of woods, but not.
Unless you're in game warden, then it's always under the speed limit.
Well, spirited, in my opinion, is right a mile an hour below the speed limit.
Of course, always.
Yeah, I definitely think that you must do. Come on. Dude, have you seen the shit that we have in northern New Hampshire to ride on, Pittsburgh and stuff? They're highways. They are literal roads for cars, and a snowmobile is so much smaller than a car that it feels like a freeway.
It does, and you just get the rip, and it's fantastic. That border between the United States and Canada, the open one that you can ride on, someday I'm going to ride that. It'll be fun.
It's just a big like trench of trees forever.
Yeah, it's like big superhighway. But so I do got to do a little bit of ripping on these guys real quick.
Okay.
These were the grips I ordered, right?
These ones right here?
These ones right here.
Yeah, they're pretty
See
cool.
the color scheme of them, right?
Yeah, I get it.
Now, go over into the pictures and look at... I had my brother just take a picture and send them to me here. Do the photos tab.
Oh, the photos, yeah. Let's...
So, the, like...
I can't imagine this is good.
It's their...
It's probably these ones.
There is a disclaimer on their website. It's those ones there. There is a disclaimer on their website that says that there will be more of one color than another color, potentially, because every single set of grips is unique. That ain't what I fucking ordered.
Sorry, I'm in shock.
That was what was pictured.
That is mostly gray and black, and you got a thing that is mostly white.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Now, it does say on their website that there will be more, like I said, more of one than another. Every single one's a unique pair. Blah, blah, blah.
Maybe more black than gray, not more...
Especially because they're even marketed the first, like, when I look at it, when I read something that says it's gray and white and black, that means it will be majority gray, the next majority will be white, the next majority will be black, right?
Yeah, exactly. Not mostly white.
Like, and, whatever. I'm still going to run them. Like,
Yeah.
they're just grips.
They're grips.
But, like...
It is what it is. But still, it's just like...
you order that and you get that. I opened the box and I was just like, bro, are you kidding me?
Does it at least feel like good quality stuff, though?
Yes. No,
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I did go to RSI for a reason. They
Yeah.
do sell good stuff. I have currently grips from them, bars from them. We're doing a pivot bar adapter. So basically, we're changing from a block style, which is like on like a Polaris Indy, the way the original bars were clamped and then bolted to the sled.
Yeah.
So it changes it from a clamped style like that to make it so you can run pivot bars, so you can move them around a little bit, just so we can get up on the sleds a little further, right?
Definitely.
I also got their pivot adapter for two reasons. One, it was the cheapest one, and I was also looking for the minimal amount of rise added to the bar.
Okay.
So companies like Cheetah Factory Racing out of Canada, they sell an incredibly nice product. It was like $55 for what I was looking for in that case. Mm-hmm. But the problem is when you bolt it to the bars, it's immediately a 1 3/4 inch rise.
Okay, yeah. So
So
throws off your riser.
Exactly. You're extending the riser closer to you before you're actually bringing it up.
Yeah.
Whereas the RSI does it 3/4 of an inch.
Okay, so it
was
kind of
$28.
maintains the ergonomics of it.
And it was half the price.
Perfect.
So, kind of nice things. And I've run RSI before. The original 500 I built, the pivot adapter, the bars, and the pad in the center were all RSI, my adjustable bar risers.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Nice.
It's a great product. It's a great company. Just, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, that's not...
No, that's just...
Not really what you were looking for.
No, not even in the slightest. I did some picture stuff. I don't know if you wanted to see just some fun things.
Oh, hey, look at that.
This is the inside of one of our consoles that I wire at work for police stuff. Mm-hmm. This is in a brand new Tahoe. So the problem with Tahoes is they give you... Well, actually, here's a gripe with these Tahoe fucking police vehicles.
Uh-oh.
They labeled the damn tags wrong on the inside of the car.
What?
So, for some reason in these cars, there's two upfitter locations, right? Mm-hmm. You can find one bundle of wires underneath the passenger seat, and you can find the other bundle behind the rear quarter panel, like inside plastic, on the driver's side.
Okay.
This is where the two locations are. When you get those, there's a secondary battery in the rear location that none of the upfitter system works unless you connect the negative for that battery.
Right.
Kind of a cool system that way, right?
Yeah.
So the only problem that we have with them is a lot of the departments and stuff we do require stuff to be wired to like your accessory or ignition, right?
Yeah.
So it's not just on all the time.
Yeah.
In the Explorers, you have at least 34 amps worth of ignition in the console area, which is plenty enough for all we need.
Sure, yeah.
On these Tahoes, they give you an ignition in both locations, but it's only like a 3 amp current load.
Oh. That's not
isn't
nearly
good
enough.
So on here, you can see I have IGN on the top of that relay. So basically, we're powering that relay with 25 amps, and it's using the factory system to trigger that relay, and then it's pulling the amperage load off of the center of the distro, running it through it to the bottom of the distro.
Gotcha.
So red wires are hot, yellow wires are ignition, black wires are ground.
Makes sense.
And then we have a couple other color codes. You can see some other colors located in there that do other things. But yeah.
Like signals and stuff.
Yeah.
From various things.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
That yellow block in there is called a charge guard.
Okay.
So those are kind of cool. Basically, you trigger it with an ignition. So whenever you turn the key on, it gets a current.
Yep.
When it sees ignition go away, a built-in timer turns on, and it's a timed relay, basically.
Oh, okay.
So
nice.
you can set it up to like 10 hours. It can be on after you lose
wow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you can at least like shut stuff down
Yeah.
better, so to speak.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
We use that stuff usually for like computers because a lot of
Right.
a lot of departments will run like wireless downloading stuff. Like there's a company called WatchGuard. It's what a lot of departments run for their onboard camera systems.
Right.
Like they'll most, at least around us, run just a wireless mic.
Yeah.
Some run wireless body cam, but the wireless download, basically when they pull into their department, there's an antenna on the car and an antenna on the building, and it literally just downloads all the day's footage to the main hard drive.
Nice.
Kind of cool system.
Convenient and makes sense.
So
Takes out human error also.
exactly, you can't lose stuff. You can't tamper with stuff. It's just immediately, it's in a different place.
Right.
Yeah. So
cool
stuff. It's interesting car. This is for a local municipality. Insert local municipality here. Beep.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
Oh, there was something I wanted to show you.
Okay. One last thing. Other race-led part. I saw this picture, so I went off the train. Wall Brothers Racing.
Yeah.
I like shouting these guys out. I really like them.
They got some good shit.
Guy in Maine we got TNT stuff from. I was able to go back, get some more parts from him. We're going to be running a Polaris hydraulic master cylinder on the race sled, and then I'm probably going to go with like a Kelsey Hayes caliper. Something, basic stuff you can find kind of local part stores if you need to.
If you need to.
And part of the reason I went with the master cylinder is Wall Brothers Racing offers this gorgeous billet aluminum brake lever. And let me tell you what, it is fucking nice, and it matches the bend of the bar exactly. So it'll be nice. Oh, it'll be great.
You're gonna be just like MotoGP in this thing.
I'm hoping that's the plan.
That's gonna be so much fun.
I actually also acquired from Wall their tanks. They sell incredibly nice fuel tanks. I got the 7-quart, which is for us bald eagle motherfuckers. That is 1 3/4 gallons. Yeah, well, it'll be great. It's got a little taper to the side of it so you can lay across the tank a little better.
Nice.
Now the problem is I just need to take that big ass seat off the back of the sled. That's literally Kawasaki's are factory 2-up fucking seats. So yeah, we need to trim some fucking fat.
Bring it down.
After that, they're fast. I tell you what.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely are.
We had a old timer told Grayson the other day, he was just trying to, he still races to this day. We were trying to get some stuff off him. And he was like, hey, what should my brother do to his Kawasaki to make it faster? And he said, pull that piece of shit out of there and put a Yamaha in it. It's like, all right, listen.
So cocky.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Come on, man.
Hey,
all right.
I like
if you really
my
want to go fast, you ride a Polaris or a Merc.
Hey. That was the same guy that said that. So I got to take his word for it a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. That's awesome.
Anyway, you want to show me something?
Yeah. So you remember, I'm not going to say who he is, but you remember the friend of mine that had that Subaru? Well,
the one that we saw yesterday.
Yep. He sold it.
He did.
Which means
the
next project is in the works.
Okay.
Because while he had the Subaru, and the reason it was for sale, he bought a Lexus IS 350.
Oh, I'm actually really
like a 2017, 2018 newer one with the split headlights, so it's got lighting down below and lighting up above. So I'm gonna take a little pat here Just say that
Converting us Subaru boys over to Toyota.
I converted
Look at him
him
smiling. You see that? Y'all saw that, right? Little fucker.
So, his Subaru is fun. It's fast.
Mm.
Can confirm.
Okay.
I like the car.
It's like 350 wheel, right?
375.
There you go.
On a conservative tune.
Even better. You actually had a video of it
I did.
on the channel.
Yep. And I've got some pull videos that I'm going to throw up there.
Okay.
Also.
Right about now.
Right now. Just kidding. It's not as fast as we are.
Well.
I mean, the computer. The car is much faster than we are.
Right. Much.
By the time I'm out of the chair, it's way over there. So, anyway.
Fuck. Oh. This is why we can't. This is why we can't go 2 weeks without doing this, because it's just fucking dumb.
It's just dumb. Whatever. So he comes up to me one day. We're talking cars, and he's just like, "Have you ever heard of RR Racing?" And I go, "Oh, have I?"
oh, you're only just now learning about.
You're just now learning about this thing I've been obsessing with. Most of my time spent on just figuring out how to make these things fast. Yes, I know who they are. Anyway.
I say you got a little lingadoo for me. I don't know. I am unfamiliar with these.
RR Racing.
Ooh.
Motorsports engineering and tuning since 2001.
Okay.
Track proven upgrades. So.
Superchargers, tuning, suspension, brakes.
This.
For Lexi, apparently.
Yep. And Toyota. And Subaru.
Oh.
And
wait, what?
Porsche.
Oh.
They specialize in
Toyotas and Boxers.
And Boxers. Yep.
Why do I not know about RR Racing again?
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
So.
Huh.
They are the shit. This is their track car. This is the RR Racing ISF.
Okay.
It's
gorgeous car.
Somewhere around like 750 and 800 horsepower torque.
Really?
Yes. Supercharged, exhaust, tune, coilovers. I'm pretty sure the engine's stock. So, fuck yeah.
I fucking fuck yes, right?
The thing that he wants to get is a supercharger kit for his
which
V6
he was
Lexus.
Selling said car to make
up here.
Okay.
So the car's sold.
Oh.
Which means we were shopping today.
Oh. Is it purchased?
Not yet. He
bitch.
wants to get the full build sheet together and order it all at once.
Just one big old...
give it to me.
Okay.
So...
I respect that.
What we're thinking right now is... And we're going to videotape the install and everything. It's a Rotrex supercharger kit.
Okay.
And they build all the piping and everything that's necessary to just bolt it onto the car.
Rowdy.
They send you a flash tune for whatever you're using for intake, supercharger, and exhaust. Obviously, they make changes based on if you change your injectors and stuff, but with this kit, you don't have to change your fuel pump, don't have to change your injectors. His Lexus will go from 300 horsepower in its stock V6 to about 425 at the wheel.
Okay. Is this an automatic or a manual car?
Automatic. They don't make manuals.
So, are there any transmission issues or tunes or anything?
I thought you were going to transmission swap, but yes.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, of course, I'm going to T56, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if it was mine, I'd probably want a T56. But they figured out how to extract the files that are already in the car to tune them.
Interesting, because that's not a common thing with Toyotas and shit.
So it's a flash tune.
Okay.
That works. It's like my TRD tune on my car.
Interesting.
Which is fully legal because it's everything that was already there.
Yep.
All new logic.
It's all the same shit. There you go. Okay.
So it does, in fact, tune the transmission as well.
Okay.
So they get...
better line pressures, better all that jazz.
They get the supercharger. You get the transmission, gets better shifting. And
shift points, torque converter lockups, all that
sound
fucking
pretty
fun jazz.
nasty.
I'm actually wicked psyched. I didn't realize he was doing that.
Yeah, 400 plus on stock exhaust
is pretty damn cool.
To the wheels.
Is he going to do an exhaust and stuff too?
He's probably going to start stock because he wants to drive it 14 hours to see some friends of his. And
are they
the whole
be
family's
going.
because he has a wife and kids.
Yeah, fair enough. Wife and kids in the quiet car.
The droning is not gonna happen.
Yeah, I get that. Last thing you want is the kids in the back seat being like,
yeah, like the whole fucking time. Like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Scroll over Subaru for me real quick.
Want to see what they do? BRZ.
Wait, 14 WRX. Oh,
brakes and wheels. That's what you get.
Well. 15 plus thing. You're like, oh, check it out. Oh, and of course BRZ.
Yep, they went ham on the BRZ, which I'm guessing if you went to the... Whoa,
you mean the BRZ?
Okay. Go away.
Go away. So, exactly.
If it makes you feel any better, the only two options for Toyota are 4Runner and an FRS.
4Runner and a Subaru.
For brake systems. And a Subaru for all the other cool stuff.
Nice.
Let's see.
Porsche.
So they've got a couple options for Porsche here.
Fucking Cayman.
So it looks like supercharger kit. So same sort of idea. Exhaust,
fucking
supercharger kit, brakes.
$14 goddamn $1,000.
What is it for? Yeah, I believe it.
I mean, it is for a I guess if anybody's gonna have the money to do a $14,000 supercharger, it's gonna be a fucking GT3 RS owner.
Yeah, and like, why not put more power in these? Like, they turbo them. That's what Porsche does with them. Okay. So like RR Racing putting superchargers on them, it's a little different.
That is, and I appreciate that supercharger instant torque nonsense.
It's a flat 6. So
how are you enjoying your new torque curve, by the way?
Oh, it's fantastic.
Because your problem with yours was you had nothing in 4th and 5th was your big thing, right?
I had no power in 4th and 5th, even if I revved out 3rd all the way.
Really?
Yeah. So that's a problem. Now I can pull in 4th from like 3,000.
Okay. That's fantastic.
That is way different than it was before. It's not
way better too.
It's certainly not fast.
No.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
We're talking about
We're talking about like 160 horsepower to a...
You just got passed by a Scion. You need that on your car, bud.
Yeah, I actually do. That's a fact. That thing is nasty.
Yes, it is. That's the one you're talking about, the split eye one, right?
Yes.
Obviously not that exact car,
because that's an RC, but yeah. So it's this car with those headlights and a V6 and not a V8.
Oh, V8 ones are rowdy.
Oh, there was I don't know what happened, whether the Hellcat owner had an issue, but for some reason a GSF, which is the big boaty 4-door one, had one of these kits on it and drag raced a Hellcat and walked it.
Really?
Like, not even close. So I think the Hellcat had a bad launch, and that's why. Because it was like way too far apart for two cars with like 800 horsepower.
To be that far apart. Yeah, that makes sense.
Where is that? You just got passed by a Scion. Oh, buddy.
See on the bottom of the wing?
Oh, buddy.
That's what I'm saying.
BC racing car. Dude, that thing is sick.
Yeah.
I want that car.
Did you see they have another beauty shot of it on the track somewhere else in their little fucking lineup there of pictures?
Awesome. But yeah, I really like this company a lot. I don't know if a lot of people know about them, but if they don't, then they really should. I think this is the thing.
That's his car right there.
Yes.
See, that is one of my favorite fucking cars. The rear taillight design on that is awesome. One of my favorite rear taillight designs on any car made right now.
It's so simple.
Like it's just but it was just executed perfectly.
Yeah, it's so simple. And this, I believe, is it right here. So these actually have adaptive suspension too from factory. So
that's sick.
That's going to be... So there's the pipe.
That's all that's going to be different?
That's all you're going to see.
Oh, that's fucking different. Sick.
So it's super sleeper. It does have a heat exchanger intercooler, an air-to-air intercooler.
Gang.
Yeah, so it's $7,000 with the tune if you want a boost gauge and wideband combo, which I'm pretty sure is the Innovate gauge.
Okay.
You can actually replace the clock in the middle of the dash on the Lexus with that gauge, and it fits like perfectly.
Great.
Yeah. So if he doesn't want to do that, he wants the clock, I would do that shit in a heartbeat in the Lexus.
Wait, he's not doing it?
Nope. I told him he should, but
what a guy. Who needs that fucking clock? Get out of here with that fucking...
You can't even read it. It doesn't have numbers on it. It takes you, like, you got to count the fucking dashes.
And not to mention the fact, your fucking phone, or it's going to be on the goddamn, your infotainment screen somewhere.
Right. Not to, like, yeah, it's literally, like, there's a nice screen in the center stack, but these things are... pretty fucking sweet.
Not trying to shit on you if you listen, and thanks for letting us videotape your car in the future, but like,
oh yeah,
get rid of the fucking clock.
I am so excited. I am so fucking excited.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is this? Stage 2? What is stage 2?
Oh, stage trace.
Blah blah 350. What's that get you?
That's his car. Tell him he better do the stage 2.
So I can't read this because I'm blind.
Let me focus. Max.
There you go.
There you go. Let's see. That was 436.24. I can't read the engine RPM. Max torque is 374.96.
So first one.
That was the stage 3 pulley E50 ethanol.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay.
And then they had a baseline on there.
Wow,
too,
only E50 though. I mean, that's pretty decent actually.
Yeah. So I mean, you could take it farther with E85 and
You do like a VP E90 or something like that. Yeah, that's the big thing is a lot of the time when you get pump E85 like in bad places, it'll test at like E50, which is gross.
They probably
like,
put an ethanol sensor in it to find out exactly what it was.
Yeah,
because they're pretty anal about their installs and stuff.
That's fucking sweet.
They use some pretty cool shit. They get some Valvetronic exhausts for the F series cars, like the
awesome.
real Fs with the 5 liters, and that's
and they go from making good noises to great noises.
Yeah, and it's like a little bit of a growl to like a roar.
Good.
Yep. So that's my little presentation on RR Racing. They're pretty sick. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that they post of their dyno pulls of these cars, and they're all music.
Okay.
It's great. Like you can see the Subis, you can see the Porsches. They do a lot with the Lexus because obviously they're trying to push that as their like niche thing. But
hey, stay on top of your niche thing. That's what my fucking dad does.
Exactly. So I've been obsessed with them for I don't know 6-7 years at least.
No shit.
And they're still going and they're still making stuff.
Adding to the list.
Yeah, I dig it.
I appreciate that. Thank you, RR Racing, for doing what you do.
So I'm gonna have another supercharged Toyota nerd around to
oh great, that's exactly what we all fucking needed.
Yeah. It's all right. Someday you might just decide you want to join the club.
I tell you what, if our friend ever...
Well, that was new.
Well, I tell you what, if our friend ever wants to fucking sell her supercharged 4Runner, you know I'm gonna be all over that nonsense.
Facts. That's true. That thing is pretty sick.
I'm back. God, I'm a fucking mess, bro.
Hot mess. Yeah, there's really nothing else. Oh. You watched your first Formula 1 race.
I did. I did watch my first Formula 1 race, and there wasn't a single fucking crash.
There's also the Miami Grand Prix, which I appreciate you guys coming to the States. Please don't get me wrong. I want you in the States. Can you pick somewhere better than Miami, please?
What, you don't like the concrete pool?
What the fuck is that? The concrete pool? Really, guys?
Bro.
Are you serious? Don't have a pool if you're going to make a painted concrete thing with a bunch of yachts moored in it.
Like,
come on. Get me. Then, like, all your pre- and post-game events with all your, like,
I didn't see any of that stuff, unfortunately. Well, maybe fortunately.
You're better off. You're honestly better off. Because it's the most embarrassing. I agree with Rocket Powered Mohawk. Go check him out on YouTube. He's got a Patreon and shit. He's hilarious. If you like Formula 1, you'll like Rocket Powered Mohawk. He just tries
RPM Rocket Powered Mohawk.
RPM.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep. Funny ass guy. He actually does have a mohawk. He's British, and
a British guy with a mohawk.
Oh yeah,
respect.
I'll show you his page.
Right,
he complains about all things Formula 1, and it's awesome.
Now I will say, here, let's get Gabe's hot take on his first Formula 1 race.
All right, what do you think?
So we obviously at the Miami, the Grand Prix, correct, of this year, we saw first and second place being taken by first place was Max Verstappen, second place was, oh boy, don't say it, Sergio Perez. No, yes, Sergio Perez. Mm-hmm. Sergio Perez. Third place was Alonso, whatever the fuck his last name is. Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
Alonso's last name. I'm working on it. I promise. I'm getting there.
First one.
I'm getting there.
Training wheels are on still.
This was the third time that the three of them have podiumed? Or has it been every race this year that's been like this?
Pretty sure it's the third time. And then I think the last
like
race
last week was the same thing, right?
Was different. I think we had... Who do we have on the podium? I think we had a Mercedes on the podium, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, regardless, we got to see a fantastic performance by Sergio Perez. He led for a majority of the race, and he was putting down some killer lap times. But I will say the game plan of Max Verstappen and his team going into it was pretty fucking killer. He ran his tires out to like lap 46 or 7.
Yeah.
Like he ran his used hard tires. He was running, right? The yellow tires.
White tires.
He was running white tires. He was running the hards, the white tire for the majority of the race, and switched to the mediums, the yellow tire, at about lap 47, and just fucking walked away from the race.
Walked right up. His pit window was perfect because he was like 1.3 off of Sergio.
And did you see how? And the funny thing too is his pit at that point was like a 2.9. Like it was one of the slowest pits we saw of the day, which was. What the hell?
Yeah.
But so it was obviously it was a thrill to see Perez, because I know Perez obviously is your driver, so we were kind of rooting the same thing, my wife and I. We got to see him pass while Verstappen was in the pits, and he led for what, a lap after he got back on the track with tires,
something like that. Yeah,
it might not even have been a full lap before
it was pretty brutal.
Verstappen was just like, this is my race, go away.
Yep.
But regardless, it is, not that I've ever shit on F1 cars before, but like, it is magical watching them drive.
It's the most insane thing. It kind of boggles the mind. Like, it makes sense if you understand aerodynamics and
and like how you can hold shit to the fucking, because I mean, you literally watch the air move away from these cars, because they're moving so much of it out of the way.
They get so into the nitty gritty of the technicality of how air moves that like. It's really impressive. Their whole life is dedicated to just that.
It was
crazy.
It's an eye opener. You'll probably see me actually paying more attention now that I can even throw, some actual input into it. I'll actually do some watching of shit.
It's a fun sport. I don't love all the drama and shit.
No, it's definitely a ton of drama. But I mean, that's what you get when you throw shit tons of money into something, and all the drama's going to come with it.
Probably billions. Yeah, there's billionaires in there. Just
100%.
They're more or less they're gambling.
They're playing with their toy cars is what they're doing.
Yeah, this is Matchbox for rich people. It's the best. I love watching it. I fully support it.
I don't
care how many tires they use. I don't care how much fuel they burn, because honestly, it's awesome.
It's fantastic.
It's awesome.
They're working on a fuel as well, right?
Yeah, so they're trying to go zero emission, zero carb.
What's that?
Zero carbon. So
like net zero, whatever that logo I saw. I meant to ask you about that.
Yeah, so they're trying to go net zero. They're hybrid already. They're turbo V6 instead of turbo V8.
Right.
Versus V10. As you walk back, it got more. The sing-song of all those cylinders just
gone.
Amazing.
Anyway.
But it's all gone, but they're trying to keep internal combustion. So they're developing a fuel that supposedly is zero carbon. I don't know how the hell you do that. It's got to come from somewhere, right?
Well, I mean, let's be honest. All the rich people want to keep playing with their ice cars.
Yeah.
That's what's going to keep it alive at the end of the day.
Right. So, do it.
Yeah.
If it works and you still make power and they still go fast, then I don't care what you're putting in the back of it.
Nope.
I'd be like, oh, no, it's not gasoline. The race fuel they're putting in there isn't really gasoline either.
The fuck no. Are you kidding me? It is like some crazy mixture of who knows what the fuck. That's probably
methanol, and
proprietary to those cars.
Yeah, right. Like, they're not even just grabbing like 110.
No.
No. They're running these V6s at the limit.
No, you kidding me? Those engines would blow up if they put 110 in them, because there wouldn't be enough knock fucking deterrent in the fuel.
Right.
No way in hell.
They would just piston would start to come up and it would just be like, nope, not for you.
Straight back in the other direction. No, I'm good.
It would be throwing rods left and right.
God, what was the other thing too is, just for some more first impression, like I knew the DRS system of Formula 1 cars was obviously like, it's a big innovation. It's a cool thing. But like to watch them press the button, the wing open, and just like instantly jump 5 miles an hour is fucking crazy.
Well, the wings are huge.
Oh yeah,
compared to the car,
and then to turn it into a hole.
Yeah, and it's just gone.
It was fucking
just like that.
It was very, very cool. I have a lot of respect. I had a lot of respect before, and it is at least doubled at this point.
So they have the DRS, right?
Yep.
Well, they also understand how to add different winglets and shit to the car to actually increase the effectiveness of the DRS while it's open.
That's cool.
So, like, they've got stuff under, like, at least the Red Bull car, from what I've seen, they've got some wings under the main wing that are smaller, and they deflect air in certain directions. so that when it's open, it actually decreases the downforce even more. That's why the Red Bull's already super fast in a straight line and good in the corners, because they have extra wings that decrease the drag, if that makes sense. Because it's moving some of the air in a certain way.
That it like makes the other thing move air in a different direction.
Exactly.
Like,
it's
fucking more complex shit than I fucking understand.
Yeah, Adrian Newey is an absolute like artist.
Yeah,
of
you have
building
to be.
fast cars.
And that is art at that point in time.
And it was actually funny. A friend of ours came over to watch the qualifying with me, and he, like Adrian Newey, was standing in front of the car like this, just
staring
at the car. He would blink
and
look at something else and just stare at it on the car, and then he was doing that for like probably 20 minutes.
Really?
Just staring at the car.
Just making sure like every little tiny little thing was exactly where he wanted it to be.
Where it was supposed to be. Because he is that anal about the car.
My respect for him just also increased. Like just right there. See, it's attention to detail on shit like that I just...
Well, you remember the Valkyrie I brought up?
Yeah.
I think I mentioned it then, but he designed that car.
Makes a lot more sense now. Okay, so now, I've seen... put a name to a face at this point. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's just like a grizzly old dude who definitely likes making shit go fast.
Yeah, it's my
kind of people.
My kind of people.
Well, these guys were also grizzly and old, and you handed me this before we started.
Yeah, I went eeny, miny, this one.
We want to look at it?
I think we can. Why not?
Drop a cat in your wagon. Well,
is that the one I handed you?
Yep.
Cat in the wagon.
America's first acceleration championship. Get a better bite. Hot Rod magazine.
Here, rip open a random page and just pick something out.
Right,
see what
so
you got.
Let's go to here. Alamo Town Drags, southernmost event in NHRA Safari's 55 Series San Antonio, Texas Regional Championship.
Okay.
Running a 275 cubic inch flathead Ford in his abbreviated tail job, J.C. Williams of Fort Worth won open gas at 102.48.
the AG class, those are like the fuel cars. Those things are fucking great. I don't think that's like an alt wheelbase thing by that description, but it's it's little buggy boys. Yes. Oh, I appreciate that. I dig all this old stuff. Here, let's see what else. Let's do a random. Oh, hey.
Oh, there's something in it. What is that?
Oh, Christmas gift order to Hot Rod or Motor Trend magazine. One subscription for $3, two for $5, and each additional after that's $2.
And that's still in there.
Still in there.
That's really cool.
A little picture of that little Hot Rod.
Hold this. That bad boy right there.
Yeah.
Look at that. And what do we got here?
Here, let's do something.
Chevy.
Yep, 56 Chevy, the worst year out of the Tri-5. Oh, did I say that? Sorry. Everybody knows the 55's better. What? Did I say that again?
There was a Nomad at Cars and Coffee this weekend.
There was, and we specifically took a picture of that. That was a 62, I think, if I remember correctly.
Let's take a peek 'em.
510 Ford. You know, there's got to be something else. I want to see. Ah, yes. Wait, that was the one you opened the page up to, I think. So it's the America's First Acceleration Championship.
Yeah, what is that? What do they mean by that?
Let's see. I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Acceleration Championship. Yeah, I know nothing about this. Where the hell is my Nomad? I definitely took a picture of it.
That would have been... This is all stuff I didn't get a chance to see. It was up when I was... then hanging out with you guys. So after the Supra, after those ones, because I appeared right about Mir. It's right there.
Got a Viper.
Top of the page.
And, Nomad. Yep.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm slow. It'll load.
It looked very 50-60 to me when I first walked around, but I also don't know my fucking Chevys of that era that well. So
me either. I was
all I know
in
is
existence, and
all I know
my
is
parents.
56 is definitely the worst year of Tri-5. It's still a Tri-5 Chevy, so it's still a great Chevy. It's just the worst year of the Tri-5 Chevys, which for anybody who doesn't know is 55, 56, 57.
Aha, I understand now.
Yes, it's white Tri-5.
Makes sense. What was that movie?
Two-lane blacktop?
No, I'm going on a totally different route here. I think it was it Inglourious Bastards?
Way different route. Okay.
World War II movie, I think. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway,
period. Yeah.
it was a guy impersonating an officer, a Nazi officer during World War II, because he was trying to get like information or something, and they were asked if they wanted anything by the bartender or something, and he said,
"Take tree."
Try. He said, yeah. He motioned in such a way where the correct way, if he was from where he said he was from, would have been maybe like this way. I think
3 versus 3,
and he did it the other way, like an Englishman, because he was an English like MI6 officer, and
instantly found out.
Yeah, there was another high-ranking Nazi officer in the bar, in the scene, who was questioning him, and he was nailing it over and over and over again. He knew everything about where he was supposed to be from
until he needed
3
drinks,
3 beers,
not 3 beers,
because he was joined by another person. So
it went from 2 to 3.
Got found out, and then they shot each other in the balls.
All right,
great movie.
Not the way I was expecting that to end, but
no,
whatever.
I don't know why you said try. So
try.
It popped into my head.
Hey, here's a fun one for you. I used to do 3 like this, and then somebody told me it annoyed them, or I don't remember why. But then I forced myself to do it where you hold your index instead of holding the pinky.
What am I trying
to pinky? Tree.
Oh, that's what it was. I believe he was supposed to hold it up this way.
Oh, 3, and he did it like 3.
And he went like either like this or he went like this. And instead it was this. Yeah, pretty sure that's what it was.
I think that is a bit. I'll have 3.
It's weird.
Stop counting with your thumb until it's number 5.
Yeah,
listen.
Exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, by that logic, it should be 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you have a good point.
4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, all right, you win. Shirt. There you go. 1, and then 2, and then 3. Just down. That's the shirt.
4
there you go.
And 5, just holding.
All right.
That's great.
All right, we're getting dumb.
It's been a long day.
It has been a long day. You laid under some greasy shit. I wired some shit. We talked about some shit. But it wasn't a shitty day. There you go.
Did you take a shit?
Yeah. There you go. Full circle.
Full shit Monday. Well, I'm Jake Overall.
I'm Gabe Anderson. This was the Modcast. Have a good night, everybody. Fuck.